Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into a comprehensive analysis of Banco Santander, ticker symbol SAN, one of the biggest players in the global banking space. If you're looking to understand whether this stock deserves a spot in your portfolio, stick around because we're breaking down everything from financials to recent news and long-term potential. Let's get started. First off, let's set the stage. Banco Santander is a heavyweight in the financial services sector, and if you're into international banking stocks, you've probably come across their name. Headquartered in Madrid, Spain, they've got a massive global footprint, and we're going to unpack what makes them tick, where they're making money, and what risks you should be aware of. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just curious about global banks, this deep dive is for you. So who exactly is Banco Santander? Founded in 1856, this isn't some new kid on the block. They're a leading retail and commercial bank, serving individuals, small businesses, and large corporations across multiple continents. With over 200,000 employees and operations in key markets like Europe, Latin America, and the US, Santander offers everything from traditional banking services to wealth management and digital solutions. Their mission? To be a trusted financial partner in every geography they operate in. Under the leadership of CEO Hector Blas Grisi-Checa, they've been pushing hard on digital transformation while maintaining a strong foothold in traditional banking. It's a balancing act, and we'll see how well they're pulling it off. Let's talk numbers, specifically revenue. Looking at their performance over the last few years, Santander has shown some impressive growth. In 2025, their full-year revenue hit about 109.5 billion euros, up from 129.9 billion in 2024, though we've seen fluctuations depending on economic conditions and interest rate environments. Rewind to 2021, and they were at 61.5 billion euros, so the trajectory has been strong, especially as they've expanded their digital offerings and capitalized on higher net interest income in key markets. Geographically, they're well diversified, pulling in significant income from Europe, particularly Spain and the UK, as well as Latin America, with Brazil being a major contributor. This spread helps them weather regional downturns, but it also means they're exposed to a variety of economic risks. We'll dig into how this diversification plays out in their earnings next. Moving on to earnings. Santander has been posting some solid results lately. For Q1 2025, they reported a record profit of 3.4 billion euros, which is a fantastic sign of resilience in a tricky global economy. Full year 2025 net income came in at 13.5 billion euros, up from 12.6 billion in 2024 and 11.1 billion in 2023. Their earnings per share for 2025 was 0.87 euros, showing steady improvement from 0.77 in 2024. What's driving this? Higher interest rates have boosted their net interest income, and they've done a good job controlling costs while reducing provisions for bad loans. It's not all smooth sailing, though. Economic slowdowns in some markets could pressure future results. Still, these numbers show Santander is executing well right now. Now, let's touch on some insights from their latest earnings call for Q1 2025. Management highlighted their record profit as a testament to their diversified business model, with strong growth in net interest income and fee income across multiple regions. They're also excited about their digital transformation, which is driving efficiency and customer engagement, key for staying competitive in today's banking landscape. On the flip side, they acknowledged challenges like geopolitical risks and potential regulatory changes, but they're confident in their ability to navigate these headwinds. Their focus remains on profitability and sustainable growth, which is exactly what long-term investors want to hear. All right, let's break down the financial statements for a clearer picture of Santander's health. Starting with the income statement, their operating income for 2025 was 17.5 billion euros, consistent with their focus on operational efficiency. Net income, as I mentioned, hit 13.5 billion euros, reflecting a net profit margin of about 25%, which is pretty solid for a bank of this size. Moving to the balance sheet, total assets for 2025 stood at a staggering 1.87 trillion euros, with total liabilities at 1.75 trillion. Their debt-to-equity ratio is around 4.47, which is high but not unusual for a bank given their leveraged business model. Equity sits at 103 billion euros, showing they've got a decent buffer. Cash flow-wise, 2024 saw a negative operating cash flow of 24.2 billion euros, which raises an eyebrow, but it's largely due to timing of investments and working capital needs. Free cash flow was negative 32.6 billion, so they're investing heavily, which could pay off down the line if managed well. Overall, the financials paint a picture of a bank with strong earnings, but some cash flow challenges to watch. Now let's talk valuation. At a current stock price of around 11.86 cents, Santander's market cap is roughly 175.7 billion. Their trailing PE ratio is about 10.58, which looks reasonable compared to the industry average of 14.22 for diversified banks. Looking forward, analysts peg their 2025 forward PE at 8.41, dropping even lower to 7.33 for 2026, suggesting the stock might be undervalued if earnings growth holds up. Their price-to-sales ratio is 2.62, and with a dividend yield of 1.8%, you're getting a small but steady payout. Enterprise value is around 609 billion, factoring in their hefty debt load. On a pure numbers basis, Santander doesn't scream overpriced, but we've got to weigh this against market sentiment and upcoming risks. Let's switch gears and run through a SWOT analysis to get a holistic view of Santander's position. Starting with strengths, their record financial performance stands out. Those Q1 2025 profits of 3.4 billion euros show they're firing on all cylinders. Their global diversification across Europe, Latin America, and the US is another big plus, spreading risk across different economies. On the weaknesses side, high debt levels and negative cash flows in recent years signal potential liquidity concerns if economic conditions worsen. Opportunities? Their digital transformation push could unlock massive efficiency gains and attract younger customers, while expansion in high-growth markets like Latin America offers upside. Threats include geopolitical instability, especially in key regions, and regulatory changes that could hit profitability. It's a mixed bag, but their strengths give them a solid foundation to build on. Looking at recent performance, Santander's stock has been on a wild ride. Over the past year, it's up an incredible 100.34%, and over 5 years, it's soared 233.5%, crushing the broader market. But zoom in closer, and it's not all rosy, down 4.97% in the last week and 2.71% over the past month, as of the latest data. This pullback might be tied to market skepticism around their $12.2 billion Webster Financial acquisition in the U.S., with shares dropping 5% on the news. Technically, the chart shows strong long-term momentum, but short-term volatility could be a concern. If you're a trader, watch for support levels around recent lows. If you're a long-term investor, this dip might be a buying opportunity if you believe in their strategy.
MarketSnap brings everything long-term investors use daily into one clean, fast platform. Explore stock financials, SWOT analysis, valuation ratios, 5-year analyst estimates, and our intrinsic value calculator, built with real fundamentals, not hype. All in a layout that's simple to read and ridiculously fast to navigate. And when you want to talk investing, join Nexus, our community where investors share valuations, posts, and stock discussions, all connected directly to the data. Use our Stock's Intrinsic Value Calculator to run and save real valuations with no spreadsheets. Share your analysis and valuations with others in the Nexus community. Get daily market summaries in video, audio, and article formats. Track the market with our earnings, dividend, and economics calendar. Our homepage gives you a real-time market overview with interactive heat maps, top market movers, and major index performance at a glance. Track daily performances, discover the most active stocks, and analyze performance across different timeframes, from weekly to yearly trends, and see which industries are leading or lagging. It's free to create an account, with optional access to premium forward-looking data. Try it now at MarketSnap.com and invest with clarity, not noise. That's a wrap for today's stock market summary from MarketSnap. Thanks for tuning in, and make sure to stick with us for daily updates and deep dive SWOT analyses to keep your investment strategy sharp. Whether you're navigating short-term turbulence or building wealth for the long haul, we've got the insights to help. See you tomorrow.